Hello guys, so welcome again at Neutral, and we're playing Genshin Impact again. I'm very sorry I wasn't able to stream the other day. Yesterday. I wasn't able to do my usual MTG stream because we were holding a tournament and it ended a bit too late for comfort, so I didn't feel like playing MTGA anymore. We finished at around 9 p.m. last night. Actually, we are streaming much later tonight, but how do I say this? I feel like playing still. So yeah, welcome back to my stream, and we're gonna be playing Genshin Impact. We're gonna do some of the story quests for once because in my past streams, all we've been doing were side quests, optional quests, world quests, and commission quests. And I feel like it's about time for me to do the quests. The story quests for this account. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. And unlike other of the streamers, we're actually quite, lagging quite behind in terms of story. And well, also in rank, I'm just AR 26, I think. We can check. I am AR 24. AR 24, and everyone is like AR 40 or something. So I'm still quite behind. So anyone who is also lagging behind the story and who probably people who stop playing the game and just want to know more about the story, then you can continue watching this stream and we'll explore the story together. Also, if you've noticed, I bought a pop filter during 11/11, during the Lazada 11/11 sale. I got this pop filter for 174 pesos, including shipping, and it's pretty cheap. And let me know if it affects the audio quality of the mic and if it's effective or if I can do without it. But in terms of appearances, it looks so nice. I really like it, and the quality is also nice. The make, it has a mesh that feels, I know nothing about acoustics, but the mesh they used for this thing feels nice to the touch. I can't make any more valid um, assessments about this pop filter aside from that. So yeah, let me know if all the S's and all of the crackling in my voice are resolved now with this pop filter. And it's really cheap. I don't mind getting another one of these if if I lose this one. Although I don't know, I might not lose this ever. It's attached to the arm of the mic. Oh, it's Dilip. Try out. Okay. We can fool some of the people passing by through the stream into thinking that I have a Dilip when I actually don't have one. It's just for trial. Okay. So we're still in the part of the story that we're trying to get the Holy Lyre back. So after this quest, we're also going to be seeing. We'll be seeing the part where Paimon says something like or something. I gotta increase the volume for that later. One of the Harbingers is already a Mondstadt. When she gets her hands on you, she's going to string you up and torture you. Wow, I didn't expect that from this game. When that time comes, don't you dare say a word about me. Hi. Hi, Jermin. I haven't seen you stream in quite a while. You used to be streaming this RPG, mobile game also, where you have like cute wings. Can't remember the title of the game. Oh, we're having quite a number of viewers tonight, more than the usual. Hello everyone, good evening. We're playing Genshin Impact, if you're not familiar with the game. And we're doing story quests tonight. Oh, we're getting all sorts of fruits and vegetables. Ah, BC Sorek. Oh, it's good. I saw you. I saw your posts recently, and it's good to know that you're busy with work right now. Although, yeah, I only get to stream. Yeah, work's also got in the way of my streaming recently. Like yesterday, I wasn't able to stream because I was too tired after the whole day. We were doing a live stream for a tournament for what tournament was this? Envision Valorant Cup. Yeah, we've been having a lot of Valorant tournaments recently. Yeah, Light of Fell. Yeah. That's the game. Um, just couldn't handle a lot of MMOs at the same time. I was actually playing V3 around this time last year, and I think it was also this around that time also when Light of Fell like became really popular here in the Philippines, and I had to choose between V3. Oh no, not V3. I think it was Black Desert. Yeah, I was playing Black Desert Mobile last year around this time. So like November, December last year, I was playing Black Desert, and it's really hard to um I've stopped playing the Black Desert and V3 because it's really hard to maintain playing different games as a service games. Did I say that correctly? Yeah, games as a service or something like that. The things that always has battle passes, daily quests, and things like that. You just have enough time for like, I mean, me personally, I only have time for like 2 to 3 games like that, games as a service platforms a day. So I already have Genshin Impact, and I have Final Fantasy War of the Visions. And even in Genshin Impact, I am actually playing with 2 accounts. So most of the time runs out just because of that in a day. So when playing Genshin Impact, it already takes me like an hour to do the commission quests alone, and then doing the daily things for the battle pass, and then another hour for Final Fantasy War of the Visions. So it really takes up a lot of time, and yeah, I only can manage so much. I've actually dropped one of my other games, Arc Knights. I'm not sure if you guys know about Arc Knights. I was playing Arc Knights for a few months. Yeah. Unlike games like V3, Light of Fell, and even Final Fantasy War of the Visions has an AFK feature. You know, skip and auto. And Genshin Impact doesn't have an auto feature. You know, it's like, I think it went out of its way to not have that kind of feature because that feature is very popular among mobile games. Even regardless of the genre, actually, even Mario Kart I think had a had an autoplay feature or something. But I think MiHoYo really tried not to do that here in Genshin Impact. I mean, I think the experience really calls for you to experience everything firsthand. Like, it doesn't make sense for this game to have an auto feature for what it's trying to achieve. And I think that's also what makes it very addicting for some people. Honkai Impact, yeah, I played for like 3 stages, then I gave it up. I liked the gameplay. The controls were very smooth. I didn't like the part. I got turned off when I found out that it's also a gacha game. Like, oh, it's another gacha. I would have loved to, but at the time I was committed to Black Desert and Final Fantasy, and I also had another game. It's a WWE puzzle game, which had to compete with my time every day, and I like Honkai Impact. It's really good. Same creators, MiHoYo as well, but I didn't like how it's played by stages, and the setting. I wasn't really a big fan of the setting of Honkai Impact. If I remember correctly, you're on floating platforms, and you're fighting like big robots with these anime girls. with laser beams and things like that. I don't really like the setting. That's it. Meanwhile, Genshin Impact really blew me away. You know, you have lots of nice landscapes. You can have lots of screenshots, wallpaper worthy, desktop background worthy screenshots with this game. Do I have to hit this? I don't have a dust of appearance, so can't make the opponent appear. So yeah, this pop filter I bought from Lazada last November 11 during the sale. And I also bought a capture card, you know, because I really want to stream console games soon. Even though I'm not even sure if I'm gonna be able to get a PS5 at this point. But if ever I do get a PS5, then I'll be streaming that as well. So in anticipation for that, I also bought sorry, what? I also bought a capture card, and it hasn't arrived yet. It's supposed to arrive somewhere between November 24 to 28. And it's just the 15th. So yeah, I think that thing came from China, so it's gonna be shipping. And you know, we had a storm, so I'm not really expecting it to arrive anytime soon. But yeah, I think I I'd try streaming my console games when the capture card arrives. I just bought 2 new games on the Switch. Well, not really new, but 2 new games for me. What capture card did I buy? It's just a generic capture card actually. I'm gonna go check my Lazada history quickly. It's worth, it's 2,200 pesos. I bought it from, it came from Bawan, China. Uh, it's supposed to arrive November 18 to November 27, so that's like 11 days apart. I'm gonna have to stay at home for the whole time just so that I'd be able to receive this. The brand name is ACASIS, ACASIS. So it's HDMI to 3.0, capture card 1080p HD. So it says compatible for all of these stuff. And I bought it for 2,300, inclusive of 3 months international seller warranty. So yeah, it's 2,300 for 1080p. I was really considering about getting a, what's the name of that? An Elgato one, but it's really expensive. Like, Elgato is like more than 10,000 pesos, and I didn't want to spend that much yet. I might upgrade to an Elgato eventually, but as a beginner, when it comes to console streaming, I think a cheap one would do for now. I could just make do with, if there are audio delays or things like that. I think OBS can take care of those problems. So I think for 8,000 pesos, I can be more patient for with this capture card. And yeah, sure, I'll make a review video. I'll unbox the capture card, and then I'll probably make a review video and talk about my experience with streaming with it. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll remember to let you know. Are you going to use it for your phone? I mean, what are you going to stream? Yeah, it's a good investment. I think all of Elgato's products are really good quality and really nice to have, but not really necessary for you to be a successful streamer. You know, some people think that to become a successful streamer, they become blinded by, you know, you've got to have everything. They think you need to have a fancy new microphone, and you need to have a pop filter, you need to have a really nice webcam. But actually, having all of these expensive tools won't really help you if you're not really an entertaining person. So if you're going to invest on anything, you have to invest on yourself first and foremost. And while it's nice to have all of these fancy things for streaming that will help you, like having a stream deck would be really cool, right? Just pressing one button will help you make your scene transitions, your um, your sound bites, your sound effects that you want to play. If you want laugh tracks in your stream, then you can do that with a stream deck. But it's not really necessary for you to become entertaining. You can, uh, like what I've said before, the primary reason why I'm streaming so that I could, it's like a sort of an investment to myself. I want to become a better speaker. I want to work on my conversational English. That's basically it. And like thinking on the fly and being able to talk while focusing on something else. Those are the things that I'm trying to train myself to have. That's why I'm streaming. So it's like a sort of investment in myself. These things are just secondary. So yeah, it's about the content and how you connect with people. Yeah, that's true. Phone and console. Yeah, I've never thought about streaming with a phone actually. It's like I feel like it's going to be a really hard on the phone. Oh, we're about to reach that part. The very memed about part of Genshin Impact. I think everyone who's a fan of Genshin Impact has seen this part. Yeah. It's very meme to oblivion at this point. Yeah, so we haven't actually fought Dvalin again since the first time we did. Actually, this thing on my head, it's not like I'm trying to cosplay as Mario or something. It's just that my hair has been super long and I haven't gone out for a while. Haven't had the opportunity to get my hair cut. So I'm using it some sort of a headband. And speaking of investing on yourself, I think it's easier for you to like be able to improve yourself if you're not letting yourself be pressured by how do I say this? You don't have to pressure yourself to be like by competing with others or like comparing yourself with other streamers. As long as you're streaming, streaming itself should be a hobby first and foremost. I think you should be having fun when you're streaming. If you're not having fun, then it's going to be hard for you to make good content and to make good connections with your fans and your viewers. So first and foremost, you have to be genuinely interested in streaming. And then when you are genuine and it just lends itself into becoming entertaining. If you're interested in what you're doing, it makes it easier for you to be naturally entertaining in your streams, and your people or your fans would be more engaged, and it's more likely for them to watch your streams and to engage your streams, like share and like and things like that. So yeah, you don't really have to pressure yourself. Like, you might start streaming with some of your friends. I know a lot of people have started streaming during this pandemic because we're not really doing a lot of things, to be honest, since we're not going out. So we have a lot of time for ourselves. And a lot of people started streaming. So some of you might have been streaming for months already, and you ask yourself, how come some of my friends who started streaming at the same time as I did, or started streaming after I did, how come they have more viewers or followers than me? Like, you don't have to pressure yourself with that, because your viewers, your fans, your followers, those will increase over time as long as you keep your content fresh, engaging, and entertaining for your fans. So all you need to be concerned about is becoming entertaining. You have to focus on yourself than focusing on others. You have to focus on the content that you're providing. Hello, Kuya Jama. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, if you're passionate, it's easy to see if someone's doing something because they're passionate about it, versus if someone's doing it just to pad their resume or just to, if they have other agendas, it's easy to see. It's easy to differentiate between genuine people. At least for me, I think for me it's easy to say if someone's faking it. And yeah, if people feel that you're making content and that you're genuinely interested in what you're doing, they're more likely to be interested in you as a person and the content that you're providing them. That also goes for anything you do. If you're doing a project and you have a team with you, like you're a project manager or something like me, and you're the head of project and you're not really interested in what you're doing, it's less likely for the people under you, your team members, to be motivated to do work with you. So you're less likely to succeed if that's the case. So you really have to be interested in the things you do. A friend of mine, a very close friend of mine, was asking me recently because she's having this sort of crisis of faith. I'm not gonna say who she is for privacy's sake, for her privacy's sake, but we had a conversation last night. She was asking me what I thought she was good at because she's graduated 3 years ago. Oh, no, sorry, 2 years ago. So she's been working for 2 years now, and she decided to take a post-grad degree, and she doesn't feel like it's working out. So she doesn't really know what direction to take, and she turned to me because she said, I seem like the person who like genuinely likes what I'm doing. So she was asking me things like, how did you know that what you're doing is something that you're going to enjoy? Like, people who know me knows how passionate I am about gaming and esports, and that goes to show with what I'm doing in life, right? Sorry, what am I doing in the game? Focus on the game. Anyway, I work in the esports industry. I stream and I make content on YouTube. So like, she was asking me, how are you able to find something that you're passionate about and be able to find work in that area? Well, among other things that I told her, what I told her was, it doesn't matter what she was good at, because that was what she was asking me, right? She was asking me what I thought she was good at, because she thought she has to do the things that she's good at. That's a natural reaction, right? If you're good at something, might as well keep doing it so that you get productive results, right? Although I don't really believe that, because if you're good at something but you don't enjoy what you're doing, then it's just going to lead to burnout eventually. You'll not enjoy what you're doing even though you're getting good results. Eventually it will not matter at all for you. Like, you'll just grow tired of doing the same thing over and over again, even if you're consistently producing good results. And I think that's the reason why behind that's because even if you're good at something, if you're not enjoying it, or if you're not happy with what you're doing, then it's not really going to give you enough satisfaction. You're not gonna end up satisfied. It's also not going to give you the motivation you need to keep on going, keep on doing that every week in and week out. So I told her she has to find out what makes her happy. It's a very cliche thing. Of course, not everyone can follow that advice, because some people have to do the things that they need to do so that they'll survive, But if you're someone like you have enough privilege to be able to pursue your passions, you have to find out what makes you wake up or stand up early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you're good at, you'll always levitate towards that thing. Like, if you're already good at, for example, if you're a good leader, you'd almost always end up leading people because people will also see that you're a good leader, and then they'll elect you to that position whatever you do. That's why a lot of leaders, natural leaders who didn't want to become leaders, end up becoming one because it's so natural to them. So whatever thing that you're good at, you'll eventually end up doing that anyway. So you don't have to actively pursue things that you are good at. But you won't always have the opportunity to do the things that you want to do. And that's what you have to actively pursue so that you'll be motivated week in and week out. It could just be a hobby. It could overlap with your passions. With your work. Although not everyone can do that, I consider myself very lucky for being able to work in the esports industry because it's an industry that I really care about. Like, if esports doesn't work out for me, I only have like a handful of other options, or not really options, just a handful of things that I'd like to do. Yeah, and Joma says if people see that you're passionate about what you are doing, you sound more believable and trustworthy, and at the same time, people tend to enjoy watching your passion. Yeah, I agree. Um, you get like second-hand satisfaction when someone gets to do what they want and they do really well in the things that they excel in and slash passionate about, and you end up having followers. Even if you're not streamer, even if you're not an influencer, people around you, your friends, you can consider them your followers if they really believe in you, if they trust you, and if they would I'd say if they would trust you in doing things, but I can't find the right words for it. But yeah, followers aren't just Facebook numbers. If you think about relationships, it's really about people who believe in you, and that I think is what's essential. If you're streaming and you don't have a lot of followers on Facebook, that just probably means that people don't like your content, but that doesn't mean you don't have followers in real life. You know what I mean? But again, some people don't care about those stuff. They just want more numbers on their Facebook stats, and I get that. But yeah, that's my perspective, at least. Okay, ruins. Sorry. I accidentally did one of the commissions because I wasn't paying much attention. So yeah, we just beat one ruin guard while I was having a weird vomit. So yeah. Also, I haven't had the time to rest a lot recently. For the past week, I've been choosing to play over overworking. Uh, for you guys who have been following me a lot recently, or have been following me for some time now, you know that I have a lot of jobs. I keep a lot of jobs, just to stay afloat. I realized that the pandemic, this work from home situation, is a great opportunity to pick up a lot of, side work. But recently, I haven't been doing a lot of my side jobs because I kept on choosing playing over work. Sometimes you can't find the motivation to do things, but at the end of the day, you have to do the things you need to do. You have to send your deliverables when it's the deadline. So I end up playing at night and then end up working from midnight to the morning, which isn't very healthy, I acknowledge. But yeah, I've been trying to increase my MMR in Dota recently, and me and one of my friends are in a really good winning streak. So whenever he invites people to play Dota rank, I join them because I know that most of the time, if I'm going to play the game with him, we're most likely going to win. So since playing with him last week, since I started playing with him last week, I think I've already raised my MMR by about 500, which is really good, right? So like satisfaction of getting MMR over satisfaction of getting work done. You know, it's an easy choice to make. But I think I'm going back to work this week because our last two games didn't end well. So like if it's like a drug, the reason why you keep on coming back is because you get the satisfaction, right, and you create the satisfaction. But we just lost two games, so the satisfaction isn't there anymore. I'm not gonna crave for it. Like the emotion that I'll remember and associate with Dota 2 again would be pain and suffering, and having to suffer idiots as teammates because there's a lot of that in Dota. So yeah, I think I'll be able to recover this week. I had friends who I was talking to, and I've been worried about my health. And yeah, I've also been worried about my health, and I acknowledge the things that I'm doing aren't that healthy. And yeah, I promise a better, I'll take better care of myself this week. Because if you look at under my eyes, they're so black now. They're not usually this black, I swear. But yeah, I haven't been sleeping a lot recently because I was irresponsible. That's basically it. I haven't been managing my time well. Was it worth the 500 MMR? I guess. But I think it's time to go back to my old routine and start working during work hours again so that I wouldn't lose some sleep. And you know, because of the everything that's been happening recently, I didn't really have a lot of motivation to work. You know, the news about the typhoon and the effects it had on people, it really made me demotivated to work, quite honestly. So all I wanted to do was play, you know, to get my mind off things. I was super distracted. I didn't want to work. I just wanted to play. So that's what I did. But I think moving forward this week, I'd be able to go back to my old routine because I think, I'll just avoid social media for a while. I'm not gonna look at the news because that's what upsets me the most. You know, sometimes if you need to take a break, you just really have to quit social media. You should stop looking at your timeline on your Twitter feed for like a couple of days, and it really does wonders to you. Believe me, stop stop going to your timeline. I mean, if you stop going to your timeline, then probably you won't be able to see me streaming. So don't do it during Saturdays and Sundays so that you'd still watch me stream on Facebook. But yeah, during weekdays, try avoiding Facebook and Twitter for like 2 to 3 days, and I swear it's going to help you a lot mentally. Because there's so many bad news on social media and on even on YouTube. Like, if you're kind of like a political person or if you're interested in current events, the videos that they're going to suggest to you are most of the time toxic or negative because those are the kinds of videos that gets views. So it's the kind of content that they're going to recommend for you to watch. And you know, it's weird how just watching things, just reading things could make you feel exhausted, but that's exactly what's happening. Like, you watch or you follow the news over the course of a couple of days, and you just get so exhausted. Like, you feel I myself, I feel resigned with what's happening recently. You know, people have been hopeless, and I just consider myself lucky for still being able to stream on Sunday night right after a typhoon, right after a major typhoon, even. So, what about the other people who can, right? Yeah, some people are just hopeless right now. Like, I'm not saying it in a detrimental way. I'm not saying that they deserve what's happening to them because of, you know, whatever reason. It's just that sometimes when disaster strikes, some people's lives will never be the same. It's just sad to think about that, on how people's lives are permanently changed overnight, practically. And I believe that a lot of those instances could have been at least mitigated, not even prevented. No one's asking you to prevent disasters, right? That's practically impossible, but you could at least do something to mitigate disasters. Like, early planning. It just didn't feel like that thing existed on the last typhoon, and it really ate me up inside. Like, lots of frustration. Yeah, that's the feeling that I had mostly for the past few days. Frustration. So yeah, because of that, all I wanted to do was play for the past week. And still, I have to be responsible, right? I play during the day, so I end up past midnight working until like the sun rises in the morning. And it wasn't healthy. I've been sleeping the past week on average 3 hours. I think there were even days where I just slept for like 1.5 hours, just enough for one sleep cycle. I'm not trying to get your sympathy. I'm just trying to I'm not saying that you should pity me like, oh, poor Franz. No, I'm just sharing what's been happening with me recently. I just been really tired. Not tired of streaming, mind you. I really love streaming. I've grown attached to this channel already. I feel like I look forward every time I stream. The opportunity to share and just talk to the wall most of the time, and people kind of listen. You can. It's like having a free flowing speech to whoever would listen. It's like going in the middle, going to the middle of a city square and just blabber about until someone stops by to listen. I think that's how live streaming works. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's like if you think about it, it's something like if you bring a guitar and you start singing in the middle of a train station and people start dropping you money or start listening to you, and then in the middle of it you just start the tirade or start talking about your life or something like that. I think live streaming is pretty much like that. You start streaming on your timeline on your page, and then people will drop by and drop out, and some people would stay and listen to you. Some people will even talk to you. Some people will even give you stars. But you know that the fact that some people would drop by and listen to you is already like very liberating and very um what's the word I'm looking for? It's not satisfaction. Something more than satisfaction. It's very rewarding. Something like that. Although stronger, I'm looking for a stronger word than satisfaction and rewarding. Yeah. I haven't slept for days, guys, so like I can't remember words. So yeah, it's something like that for me. I end up ranting or like just talking nonstop on my streams. I don't even always talk about the games that I'm playing. It's like just a backdrop. It's like just an excuse for me to talk nonstop on my page, right? And I'm happy that some people would, you guys who are here right now, or you who is watching on YouTube at this part. I really appreciate it that some people would stop by and listen, or I'd like to think of them as stopping by and listening. And really, it does something inside of you. Like, you kind of take control of yourself. Well, not of yourself, of your perception of yourself. Like, it gives you some self-esteem. I mean, if you're just really blabbering about and knowing that some people would stop by and listen to you, it's like liberating. I think I can't find my words, guys. I can't find the right words. I'm very sorry. So yeah, I've been sharing, and actually, one of the things that I'd like to happen in my stream someday, when I have more people engaging to my content. Right now, I'm happy with people dropping by and listening in and just watching silently. But one of these days, I'd like people to like start sharing their stories as well. I mean, people have been doing that. I just want it to happen more regularly because having conversations really nice. I don't really get the chance to talk to all my friends, and when I do get to talk to them, it's sometimes most of the time it's always about it makes you feel heard. Yeah, it makes you feel heard and it does something positive to you. It's like rejuvenating. It's like relaxing. It makes you feel like you're not unwanted. If I'm making sense, because some people would really feel like they don't belong in anything, but the live streaming community makes you feel like you're part of something, even if you only have like 3 or 4 viewers at a time. It makes you feel like you're part of something. The content you're making is being used someplace. It's not like it's getting wasted or something. Can't find my words. So I think this is the part where Venti's going to summon the dragon, Dvalin. I've also tried not to spoil myself on the story, so this is absolutely new to me. Oh yeah, okay, so it looks like we're going to summon Storm Terror. They don't have a Japanese word for winery, because I just heard Deluxe say winery. For someone named Venti, he's quite small. In Starbucks, Venti is the biggest size. So why is Venti really just a small person? Something like that. Like when people listen to you not because they are required to listen to you, but they consciously want to listen to you. It's like there's something liberating about the fact that if you just like the example I used earlier, what if you just go to a train station and you start talking about your life or about your story to the air with no particular audience, and then people start stopping, people walking by start stopping and start listening. That's the first thing, that people would actually start listening to you. And the second thing is when they start talking back to you or like engaging with you. There's something liberating about that. Now turn that into the streaming platform. You just start streaming on your timeline, right? And then you start seeing people are actually watching you, and then people start commenting, and it's like it's liberating because it feels like you're being heard. Aside from being heard, it feels like, I mean, people are not going to stop by and listen to you if you're not making sense, right? So it's also something na makes you it I think it I think the word I am looking for is validation. Although it's also a very, I'm not going to recommend to people to find validation from others, but sometimes getting validated by others is also a good thing. I'm just saying na not all validation in life should come from others, but getting validation from others is also feels good. It shouldn't be necessary, but it's nice to have, is what I'm saying. Validation from others, yeah. So like if you go to the city square, to the town square, or in the train station, you start blabbering to the air and no one stops by to listen to you, and people just shake their head, you're a crazy person. But when people start stopping by and engaging with you and actually listening to what you have to say, then you're no longer just a crazy person, right? Those people stop by validates what you're talking about, validates your ideas, or not even validates for them. It's not necessarily that they believe in what you say, but at least they believe that what you're saying is worth listening to or worth engaging with, which I think is a very validating feeling if if for a person, you know. But it's dangerous to look for that kind of validation if that's the only kind of validation that you'll get. You know, you also need to validate yourself all of the time. You have to keep track of your growth. You have to keep track of your keep track of your personal growth. Actually, is one of the things that you have to be mindful of, because unless you do, you'd always just compare yourself to others, and most of the time that also, if those people are crazy as well, good measurement that you're also crazy. Yeah, I guess. But uh other people, yeah, other people could have that perspective. Like if they pass by you and they think you're crazy, and they see other people actually engaging with you, then they'll lump all of you together as the crazies. Yeah, yeah, that's possible. But for you and the people with you, you're not the crazy people, right? So at least with that group, that's why I was saying earlier, it also makes you feel like you're part of something, because at least you're part of the three or four people who are talking in the middle of the train station, right? Even if other people are thinking that you're crazy, at least you're part of something. But yeah, then again, it's not healthy if this it's the only form of validation that you get. And if anyone knows how to get up Star Snatch Cliff, would you kindly tell me, because I'm kind of lost. I tried going up the cliff directly, but I don't think I have enough stamina to go all the way, so I'm trying to find a different path up there. I should have watched other people's streams of Genshin Impact so I have some idea on how to get up there. Now I don't know. I have no idea. And I think I just got stuck. Alright, so I'll just keep talking while I try to find a way up. Oh dear. And it's funny because when you start streaming, like for example, a game, Genshin Impact, your expectations is you want to stream a game that people would like to see you play. So, for example, me, I'm streaming Genshin Impact because I think people would like to watch other people, not necessarily me, other people play Genshin Impact. So, that's the primary motivation for someone for choosing that game. But then, the motivation for people to stay and watch you further might not be the game itself, you know. Some people might stay and watch you even if you start playing other games because they are really interested in what you have to say. And I think that's amazing. And I think I'm lost. I don't know how to get up there. I don't even know where I am right now. No, it's not like this thing has autopathing, so I'll have to figure out how to get up the cliff myself. Oh, come on. I'm bad at these things. I think we're supposed to go up there at the top, but I have no idea how exactly I'm gonna do that. So we'll just try to do it the old-fashioned way and try to climb one rock face at a time. For example, that's actually how you get new viewers, right? And new followers. YouTubers who dabble on new topics, they do that because they want to get new viewers who are interested in that certain topic. But then, it won't make them subscribe just because they liked your video. Viewing your video is one thing, liking your video is another, but it takes a different skill to have those people actually subscribe and follow you. So what I'm saying is, people might start watching me because I'm playing Genshin Impact, and they might like my video because they like the fact that someone's playing Genshin Impact on their stream. But the only reason that someone would start following me is because they like what I'm doing or what I'm talking about. And yeah, I just think it's amazing. Like, that progression from a viewer into a liker into a follower is just amazing. How it connects people. How people end up becoming fans of other people. Like, for example, I became a fan of this YouTube channel called Game Ranks. it's obviously a gaming channel just by its name. And I first encountered it because I was looking for mobile games. I used to write for uh, for a startup company that was a streaming platform for mobile devices. So I'm not gonna name names, but yeah, I used to write articles for them. And I used to write the articles I have to write have to be related to mobile games. So sometimes I would write top 10 new mobile games to play this November 2020. Articles like that. So when I did my research, aside from reading articles made by others, I also searched for videos on YouTube, and that's when I discovered Game Ranks. They actually used to do that. Top 10 new mobile games in Android and iOS. So that's the reason why I started viewing their videos. And then I liked the way they presented the top 10, and I liked the way the overall presentation of the video. uh, the presenters were great, the presentation was good, the video editing is great. I really loved the jive of their music, the music that they used for their videos. So I left them a like. And then I started watching their other videos, and I turned to like the way they present, the way they argued, and the way they reviewed stuff. So that's how I became a follower of Game Ranks, because I started watching their other videos. One of their more popular series is the Before You Buy series, where they give the pros and cons of a newly released game. It's not really a review, it's just a primer on what you should expect as someone who's thinking of buying the game. And it's really one of their really good content. And I started following them so that I'd see more of that kind of content. So like, I'm amazed by the progression from just being a viewer into becoming a liker and follower. So yeah, I've been mumbling stuff, and haven't really been doing anything much in the game. Actually, I've just been talking and talking and talking. So you could have ended up here because you want to watch some Genshin Impact story. And then it just depends on you if you're disappointed by the fact that I'm not actually really that good in the game, and I'm really just a talking head, which is what's going to affect whether or not you're gonna leave me a like or share this stream or become my follower, or you know, maybe send me stars. So yeah, um in marketing there's term for there, it's called the funnel. Is it, am I correct? I didn't actually study marketing in college. I did dabble into marketing when I was in college, but I won't call myself a professional marketeer. But I think the term they use there is the funnel. You have to have a hook, and then you have to retain the audience. So those are two different problems. You know, hooking the audience, something like having a clickbaity title. But then having audience retention is actually having people to read the article you wrote with or without the clickbaity title. So you could have a very good hook but very bad retention because you make a very good clickbait title but very bad article. And you can have it other way around. People should look past your silly title or silly headline, but read through your very well written article and end up becoming a fan of your work. So yeah, that's marketing. I'm not sure. I'm just babbling. I like it how I undermine my own knowledge. It's just a disclaimer. I feel confident with what I'm saying, but I might be wrong, and I'm prepared to admit that I'm wrong if ever someone proves that I'm wrong. Oh, I think we are actually going to meet Dvalin today. I'm just not sure if my lineup is good against Dvalin. You know, unlike others, I've been seeing other people playing Genshin Impact discuss things like what's the best team composition, what's the best accessories or weapons to use for these characters. I actually haven't been thinking about those stuff. Like, as long as I have a 2 set or a 3 set, I'm already set, happy with my accessories. Haven't even been doing my what's the other things I call it? The weekly things. I heard my friends talk about doing wolf. Oh, there's a dragon now. Oh, thank you, Aljan Fernandez, for typing notifies. You're my very first notify person. Thank you very much. I hope you stay along and become a friend. Don't hesitate to comment and discuss with me things. Oh no. Also, Devlin is being mind controlled or brainwashed. What I really appreciate about Genshin Impact is they were making a mobile game and they didn't even think about skimping on content. The story is really fleshed out. They even have these awesome cutscenes. You'll never see this in other, like, never is a hard word, but you'll rarely see things like this in mobile games. And I really appreciate MiHoYo for that. Sent me a message. The stream's not done yet. I'm very sorry. I have to make up for all the lost time that I was doing yesterday. Oh, Jean slipped there. She almost said Barbatos. Yeah, it's important to call people the name that they want to be called. That's an important thing. And it's very basic. And I don't know why people don't get that. Dvalin. Aren't those abyss mage very common in this area? And Paimon's a big fan of Dilip. And I like how the story is very deep and the backstory is all interconnected, and there's really deep culture in these societies in Genshin Impact. Like, they really took their time fleshing out the story, and I really appreciate that. Wait a minute. Isn't this my brother? What's happening? Hello? Whoa, that's the least thing that I would have expected. What happened there? Prologue Act 2 completed. Meet Dilek at the winery. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's just look at what stuff we have. Oh, haven't we gotten these things yet? I realized. Yeah, I haven't done the Abyss. I've never entered the Abyss, and people are like talking about, oh, which characters are best to use in this floor and that floor. I have no idea. I haven't even done Wolf. I haven't done anything in this game. I've only been doing commissions so far. Kind of makes me feel a bit ashamed. Why am I even streaming Genshin Impact if I haven't done any of those things right? So please forgive me. I'm just a casual streamer. Whatever you say, I'm just gonna play this game at my own pace. So yeah. Oh, actually, let's check out how many Primogems we already have. Maybe we could do a wish. How many? Oh, 1600. We can actually do 1/10. Alright, that's actually a really good way to end the stream, right? Let's end it with a wish times 10. And wish me luck. Hope we see gold. If we don't get a gold, I hope the 4-star we get is not a weapon. That's my only wish for this. Give me whatever character you want. I'd accept a Noelle, for Christ's sake. Just give me a character. For once, please. Okay, it's not gold. It's purple. Well, I mean, you're guaranteed the purple whenever you do a time stand, right? Or a shadow. Just not a sword or a bow. Don't give me a 4-star bow, please. Debate club. Oh! Woohoo! Ooh! We're getting closer to our what I'd like to call the lolly club, the lolly party. We have a Chichi and now we have a Diona. We might have missed Glee in the previous banner, but at least we have 2 lollies now. I'm not a big fan of lollies, but I just kind of find it amusing that I already have 2 short characters in my party, which is kind of a fun thing to build around a party around, I guess. So I think I'm gonna add Diona in my party. Thank you for that wish. I got Diona. I can't end this stream any happier. This stream was really kind to me. People have been very engaging, and I saw some peak viewership that I was happy about. I'm really appreciative of that. So thank you very much, guys. I love you all, even if I don't know you, for the fact that you're watching me and doing things with me. Shows she's a bow user, and she has a cute poppers. That's really cool. And she has a cat for a constellation. This is really nice. I'm glad I got this person. But she's another cryo, so she overlaps with Chi-Chi. That's, I guess, I'll just take that. I mean, I won't complain. I have a Chi-Chi now. And a Diona. So who are we going to remove from our party? I'm guessing we're gonna remove... We're gonna remove... Who should we remove? I guess we're gonna remove Barbara because I haven't really liked using her with this lineup anyway. So at least we have a bow user now. Diona and Chi-Chi. And we have elemental resonance for... Since we have 2 eyes. Shattering eyes affected by electro for 40% less time. Increases crit rate against enemies that are frozen or affected by cryo by 15%. Okay, let's go in. We're going to try to give this girl a makeover. Let's give her some... Let's level her up. Maximize. And at level 19, let's not overuse more than what we actually need. There. Or this. It should be enough. At level 20, we could ascend her right away. We have enough materials, so we could actually get her to level 40. Wow. And we weren't able to do that with Barbara. So get her to level 40. Let's make sure not to use more than what we need. There we go. So we get to level 40 Diona. She uses a bow, and I think we've got the perfect weapon for her. A 4-star bow. Rapid firing increases normal attack damage by 40%, but decreases aim shot damage by 10. Oh, I'd take that. So let's equip that to her. Enhance this weapon. Auto add all 3-star materials and under. Enhancing it to level 10. Level 7 now. Level 8. Game join request. Who are you? Murillo. Oh, sure. We're not on the same Discord though. We're never actually done co-op before, so I'm not sure what to expect. Weapons. Yeah, enhance it again. Sorry if I'm gonna ignore you for now, but yeah, Marilia has entered your world. Where are you? Oh, hello there. You actually have chill day. Are you just here to show me your chill day? Well, I'm gonna show you off my Diona. Come on, let's go. Where are you going? Hi, hello. I actually didn't have any idea who you are. I'm not very sure of people's um IGNs. Where should we go? Actually, I was planning to end the stream already, but someone just visited, and it feels rude to just leave him be. Okay, so we're gonna test out Leona, I guess. We're gonna have a short incursion with Leona. Oh, he also has Leona. Come on, hello? You're just showing off, aren't you? You saw my stream and you're showing off. Murillo, who do I know who plays Genshin Impact? Whose name is Murillo? I actually have no idea. And I'm too busy to be bothered to ask who he is. I mean, I didn't expect any of my friends to actually be playing in the America server even. All of my friends I know are playing in Americas. Sorry, in Asia. So who is this guy? I have no idea. And if you're watching my stream, you better introduce yourself. Whoop. Yeah, sure. I'll follow your lead. You wanna do wolf? I have no idea how to do wolf though. How do you do wolf? Uh, we could pretend that you're a creepy old person that's trying to harass Diona and just trying to run away from you. Yeah, we can roleplay that. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. You should introduce yourself at the very least. Who are you? Oh, what are you doing? Why are you following me? Yeah, well, continuing on what we were saying earlier. Yeah, thank you for watching and for actually, someone actually followed Neutral Gaming and will be notified when I go live. That's really nice of you, Aljon. Thank you very much. I'm gonna give you a shout out. I just actually gave you a shout out. Yeah, I'm still at that point where I don't have that many viewers that I could shout out anyone. Everyone, actually. I'm really just exploring aimlessly. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go now. He's just clearing a whole camp of hilichurls all by himself. Nice one, Mr. Morillo. You know, I like it actually when it rains in the game because it's very useful for both Chichi and Shangling, because Shangling's damage is amplified whenever she burns the enemy and while they're wet. I forgot what's called. Melt. No, not melt. It makes them. I forgot. Oh god, I forgot. But yeah, it deals extra damage. Oh, now you're Beidou. Looks like you have everyone that I have plus Tartaglia. Tartaglia? Oh. Let's try to clear this camp using Diona. Oh, what was that? Oh, I have a cute cat. The damage that we're dealing isn't that high. It's decent though. She doesn't shoot as fast as either Fischl or Amber. Okay, before we go, we could at least finish one of these, right? In courtesy of our guest. So let's do this. Raise you to that. Oh no, I've run out of stamina. That's dumb. Almost died there. Could actually climb through the side instead. They're a much more efficient route. Oh, is she attacking again? Attacking enemies again. Ah, we're up now. Alright. So let's just heal up a bit. So we're gonna do a tempo run. Alright. Lower than recommended. I guess then we won't be able to do a tempo run then. We're just shooting arrows at this point, randomly. Oh, I think it's time to say goodbye. Oh, we're not friends, so I just sent a friend request. And then I'm gonna kick him. So he's not a friend of mine, apparently. Thank you for passing by. Yeah, that's the first time I played with someone in this game, actually. And yeah, as I've said, we're gonna end this here. I wanted to dress up Diona, but I'm gonna do that off stream because I don't want to bore you guys. So thank you very much again for staying with me and watching me in the stream. This has been very therapeutic for me. I've been very restless recently, and this actually relaxes me, this whole session. And I thank you very much for putting up with me and passing by and listening and dropping by, liking, sharing, commenting, and everything in between. So thank you very much, and I hope I'll see you again next time. I think we're getting close to another box opening video, so I'll let you guys know when will that happen. We're gonna have a lot of Commander Legends booster boxes, and I'm just gonna surprise you with what we're gonna be getting there, right? So yeah, thank you very much for tuning in my stream, and I'll see you again next time. Good night.